poet also happens to be a singer. I figure you all know, so everybody will try to ask questions about what? I'm supposed to be talking to this microphone? Welcome to the first KQED Poets Conference, press conference. Mr. Dillon is a poet. He will answer questions about everything from atomic science to riddles and rhymes.
So people would actually come to the house? And do what?
Want to discuss things with me, politics and philosophy and organic farming and things, you know.
What did you know about organic farming?
Nothing. Not a thing.
They started calling you an anarchist.
Who?
The papers, that's the word now.
Anarchist?
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding. What papers did you say?
Oh, 2 or 3. Today, yeah. Just because you don't offer any solution.
You're kidding.
Of course.
Come through good times and bad times, you know? So I'm not fooled by it, good times, bad times. Right now, yeah, you're making a movie, going, you know, we've been playing some big tours, but I've seen the bottom too, you know? So, you know, if you can work, you know, that's all you can ask. In this day and age, you know, you can't take that for granted. Just to work is to be able to work is what a person should strive after, you know.
I think I know what you mean, but a lot of people in England watching our film, when they hear that, you know, where we've got a lot of unemployment, they might think, well, that's all very well for Bob Dylan to say that. I mean, he's got a whole lot of money and stuff. I mean,
a whole lot of money.
You don't mean money, do you? That's what
I don't mean money. I mean, I started out with no money. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear about the money. I had less money than anybody I know when I started out. I had no money. I mean, if you're talking about, you know, paper money. And money in the bank or value, wealth, what you know, possessions and all that stuff. I had nothing.
Do you agree that you should be the leader of singers with a message?
No, I don't know what that is.
Are you going to see the concert tonight? Are you going to hear it? Okay, you hear and see it. And it's going to happen fast, and you're not going to get it all. And you might even hear the wrong words, you know. And then afterwards, see, I won't be able to talk to you afterwards. I got nothing to say about these things I write. I mean, I just write them. There's nothing to say anything about them. I don't write them for any reason. There's no great message. I mean, if you know, you want to tell other people that, go ahead and tell them. But I'm not going to have to answer to it.
I think the availability of guns is a big problem today.
I don't think there's enough guns.
Who's first? Come on.
I'd like to know about the cover of your forthcoming album. The one with Subterranean Music Blues in it. I'd like to know about the meaning of the photograph with you wearing a Triumph T-shirt.
What do you know about it?
Well, I'd like to know that's an equivalent photograph. It means something. It's got a philosophy in it. I'd like to know visually what it represents to you, because you're a part of that.
I haven't really looked at it that much.
I've thought about it a great deal.
It was just taken one day when I was sitting on the steps, you know. I don't really remember very too much about it.
Well, what about the motorcycle as an image in your songwriting? You seem to like that.
Oh, we all like motorcycles to some degree.
I do.
Right. Okay, so do you think anybody that comes to see me is coming for any other reason except entertainment, really?
What's Bob Dylan think of Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan doesn't ever think about Bob Dylan.
Do you prefer songs with a subtle or obvious message?
With a what?
A subtle or obvious message.
I don't really prefer those kind of songs at all. A message, you mean like, what song with a message?
Well, like Eve of Destruction and things like that.
Do I prefer that to what?
I don't know, but your songs are supposed to have a subtle message.
Subtle message?
Well, they're supposed to.
Where'd you hear that?
In a movie magazine.
Oh my God. Well, we don't discuss those things here.
How do you decide when to? How do you decide when to talk to people and when not to? I hope this isn't some horrible practical joke.
You think I'm talking now?
I don't know. Maybe you're just playing around. Why is that so amusing?
I'm surprised you haven't really asked these questions in some other, like a Roger Daltrey thing, or Peter Townsend.
Well, of course I would. If
Or
I'd been,
Paul McCartney.
If I'd been commissioned to make a film would that involve them? I suppose I would be. I would be asking.
You would have to, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say anything that you're going to get any revelations about. I mean, it's not going to happen.
I'm saying I'm not trying to do that. I mean, I hope you realize that.
Could you grow your beard just a little bit more, like next to
Grow it?
Yeah, grow it.
I'll put it down a bit for you now.
Give me a cigarette. Give the anarchist a cigarette.
Well, this is about all I can do. That's all I've ever done. I don't really remember doing anything else.
Why? Why do you sing?
Why? Just because I feel like singing.
What do you think of people that analyze your songs? Do they usually end up with the same meaning that you wrote? Or?
I welcome them with open arms. I want a dog that's going to collect and clean my bath, return my cigarette, and give tobacco to my animals, and give my birds a commission. I'm looking for somebody to sell my dog, collect my clip, buy my animal, and straighten out my bird. I'm looking for a place to bathe my bird, buy my dog, collect my clip, sell me cigarettes, and commission my bath. I'm looking for a place that's going to collect my commission, sell my dog, burn my bird, and sell me the cigarette.
I couldn't most of what you
Who are you? Get the camera on this person here.
What do you bother to write the poetry for if we all get different images? And we don't know what you're talking about.
Because I've got nothing else to do, man.
I suppose I want to know where all your songs come from.
Well, I can't tell you that because I'm not God, you know? God only knows those things.
I want to see this person immediately. Whoever's going to shoot me.
Is there a shotgun in the house?
How do you find that out, Albert?
I just found it from the house. It's only a prank. I just found it from front of the house.
Phone the box office and they say they're going to shoot me. Well, do you do this often? Well, I don't mind being shot, man, but I don't dig being told about it.
Oh man, I can't believe that.
Don't worry, Mickey, I'll protect you.
I hope so. I hope so.
Don't tell me not to push too hard, man. I'm worried about getting shot. I'm not going to push too hard.
And whether in your
well, the songs are what I do. You see, the songs though is what I do.
Yeah.
Is write the songs and sing them, and perform them. That's what I do. The performing part of it could end, but like I'm going to be writing these songs and singing them on records for, and I see no end right now. That's what I do. Anything else interferes with it. I mean, anything else trying to get on top of it, making something out of it, which it isn't, it just brings me down. And it's just makes it seem all very cheap.
Well, it made me feel like you were almost doing a kind of penance of silence here.
No.
For the first
I'm not one of those
part,
kind of people at all.
You don't need silence.
No silence. It's always silent where I am.
You feel like an imposter when someone thinks you're something and you're not.
What was the image that people had of you, and what was the reality?
The image of me was certainly not a songwriter or a singer. It was more like some kind of a threat to society in some kind of way.
What was the toughest part for you personally?
It was like being in an Edgar Allan Poe story. You're just not that person everybody thinks you are, although they call you that all the time. You're the prophet, you're the savior. I never wanted to be a prophet or savior.
Well, I can't tell you that because I'm not God, you know? God only knows those things.
Some people think you are, don't they?
Well, they said that about Eric Clapton too, didn't they?
Just write them like someone punches
rivet
holes.
I just write them. I don't know. You know, I just write them because nobody says you can't write them. Well, at least where I come from.
Do you think of yourself primarily as a singer or as a poet?
Well, I think of myself more as a song and dance man, you know.
Do you think it would bother me one little bit if you disliked me? Anybody?
No, but there's some people in my body, yeah.
No, I've got my friends. I'm well situated.
But what about before you had any friends? Were you worried then?
Well, I was not worried. I wasn't worried about it, no. I was lucky, man. Weren't you?
I think I've got very few friends
lucky
now.
when you didn't have any friends?
I can't remember not having any friends.
Huh? Million friends. Now, do you have a lot of friends now?
No, because I reached a stage when I suddenly realised what a friend was, and then I probably had one or two. Before that, I didn't understand what a friend was anyway.
You talk to your friends?
I didn't know who they were then.
Well, now you're friends.
So I talk
to your
them.
friends?
Yeah. There are one or two people who I believe I can talk to.
And that's why you're your friend. They're your friends because you can talk to them?
I think a friend is a friend because...
You communicate with them?
To a certain extent. They can understand me more than anybody else.
Oh, well, we differ. We come from two different worlds. You come from England, I come from the United States.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, but I mean, we're still human beings, so there's some sort of connection between us.
No, I'm just a guitar player. That's all.
Man, you're trying to knock me.
Believe me, I never tried to do that.
I mean, when somebody comes in to interview you, normally, what's your attitude?
Oh, you just read those interviews that were a couple of the first few days I was here.
Yeah,
those weren't right. You know that, right? You know that was all lies. Lies and rubbish. You know that.
The first few lines, it didn't read much more. Why I came here, I don't know. Being regaled with all this.
Are you going to the concert?
Yeah, I'm going to watch. I mean, this is what I came to see mostly.
Okay, just listen.
I came to see you, but I thought I'd like to have a word with you first. I mean, what is your whole attitude to life? And when you meet somebody, what is your attitude towards them?
I don't like them.
You don't?
No.
I mean, if I come in here, what's your attitude towards me?
No, I haven't got an attitude towards you at all. Why should I have an attitude towards you? I don't even know you.
No, but I mean, and it'd be an attitude if you wanted to know me or didn't want to know me.
Well, why should I want to know you?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Well, I don't know, eh? Ask me another question. You give me a reason why I should want to know you.
I might be worth knowing.
Why?
Huh?
Why? Tell me why. What good is it going to be for me to know you? Tell me. Name me one thing I'm going to gain.
Well, you might learn something from my attitude to life.
Well, what is your attitude to life?
Huh? I can't explain that in 2 minutes.
Well, what are you asking me to explain in 2 minutes? That's all you're getting is 2 minutes. You're asking me to explain something in 2 minutes, too.
But you're the artist. You're supposed to be able to explain it in 2 minutes.
I am?
Yeah.
Hey, wow.
Have you found that the texts of the interviews with you, which have been published, are accurate to the actual conversations?
No, that's another reason for I don't really give press interviews or anything because, you know, I mean, even if you do something, there are a lot of people here so they know what's going on, but like if you just do it with one guy or a few guys, they just take it all out of context, you know. They just take it, split it up in the middle or just take what they want to use and they ask you a question and you answer it, and then it comes out in print that they just substitute another question for you.
You know how people think you're some kind of shaman, don't they?
Shaman?
Yeah. That's the word. I mean, that has to be the word.
I don't know, man. I mean, I wish you'd tell some people that, you know, that write in the... I don't know what people think of me. I only know about what, you know, record companies say to you.
Dylan, you seem very reluctant to talk about the fact that you're a popular entertainer, and you're a most popular entertainer.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Well, I don't understand why you.
Well, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say about it?
Well, you seem almost embarrassed to admit that you're to talk about.
Well, I'm not embarrassed. I mean, you know. What do you want exactly me to say? You want me to jump up and say hallelujah and crash the cameras and do something? Tell me. I'll go along with you. If I can't go along with you, I'll find somebody to go along with you.
No, but I find it, you really have no idea as to why you, or no thoughts on why you're popular. That's what interests me.
I just haven't really struggled for that. I don't, it happened, you know? It happened like anything else happens. Just a happening. You don't figure out happenings. You dig happenings. So I'm not going to talk about it.
You feel that?
I know that, and I accept, you don't see yourself as the voice of that generation. But some of your songs did stop people cold. And they saw them as anthems, and they saw them as protest songs. It was important in their lives. It sparked a movement. I mean, you may not have seen it that way, but that's the way it was for them. How do you reconcile those two things?
My stuff were songs, you know, they weren't sermons. If you examine the songs, I don't believe you're going to find anything in there that says that I'm a spokesman for anybody or anything.
Sentence. He is not so much singing as sermonizing. Colon. His tragedy, perhaps, is that the audience is preoccupied with song.
Do you care about what you're saying? How can I answer that if you got the nerve to ask me? I mean, you got a lot of nerve asking me a question like that. Do you ask the Beatles that?
Man, I can't make it tonight. I don't know how to cover up for it. It's something I never figured out. There's nothing I can do about it. I just shouldn't be singing. I think I'm gonna get me a new Bob Dylan next week. Get me a new Bob Dylan and use him. Here's the new Bob Dylan. See how long he lasts.
They must not have heard the songs.
It's ironic, you know, that the way that people viewed you was just the polar opposite of the way you viewed yourself.